Well, it's March 6th, 2021. Figure do a quick look around at Tractorland and do a little bit of an update. So, first thing we'll notice is the old shack looks like it's had its last snowstorm. Those few snowstorms we had in February, snow weight just was too much for it. So this happened. I noticed this a few weeks ago. The rotted supports have all given way. So that's shot. Then we had a windstorm during the week that ripped this panel off, which is in there now. This was actually in the yard. I thought a branch went through it first. And you get a nice look in here. All the wonderful stuff that we've been storing in here, which was a toolbox. Look at that. So the old shack is pretty sick, and I think this is going to be no, this is definitely the end of it. I'm not fixing this. It's rotted everywhere. We fixed this, I think, year before last or something. I don't remember. But this wall is gone. So it served its purpose. It was built for like $100 or something back in 2001, 02, I forget which. So getting 20 years out of this was a miracle. And time for it to go. It's pretty awful. So in its place, picked this up for free from one of Lionel's neighbors last fall. It's a Rubbermaid shed. Forget the dimensions. It's a pretty decent size one. You can actually walk into it. It's probably like those black pieces there are the floor. There's 3 of them, so it'll be 3 times the width of this pile. So that's a pretty decent size. Not really sure how old it is, but it's in decent enough shape. It's also got a little bump out, which is what this thing is. If like doing potting or something, flowers. It's got like a nice little bay window. It's kind of cool looking. So that's going to get put in its place. Just got to figure out how to assemble it. So that's going to require a lot of cleanup over here. This obviously will be gone. I did some measuring, and it will just fit in here up to somewhere over here where the rock is. It'll end. And if I go within, I think, a foot or 2 of that tree, it'll come out to about that tire on the tractor. So there won't be a driving path. Well, in all honesty, I have not been able to drive a tractor through here in many, many years because there's just so many abandoned tractors and junk here, so no loss. And it stands a good chance of surviving because there's not much left of these trees. They've all fallen apart in the last few years, so that's cool. So, clean up over here, get rid of some of the worthless stuff, scrap some things. Get rid of some of these junk axles. But let's have a quick walk around before it gets even darker out here. See what's been going on, which ain't much, if anything. It's just been winter, and I hate the cold, so nothing gets done. So this is the Leafback tractor. I was working on getting this going in the fall, and waiting for parts, this and that, and never really got it finished. Ended up doing the whole yard with that bag thing I found on the side of the road, which worked surprisingly well. So the tractor ran, finally got that all cleaned up, but this thing lost spark. It's a points engine. So I was doing electronic conversion, ended up stripping out a bolt on the crank, which I did finally find the right thread nut for it after I did the shocks on my Chevelle. It happened to be the right size, so I could get this finished. Stupid that a nut held me up, but you can't just buy one of these fine thread nuts. You have to buy a pack of 50, and yeah, I didn't feel like doing that. So get this done. I plan to do a video of the electronic conversion. I've never used one before. We'll see if it works. Yeah, we moved a few things around here. Just back these tractors in over here. And this thing needs some work too this year. Would like to hopefully take some time off from work and finish the roof. I got a little bit left over from the brown shed. I'd like to redo the roof on this. Amazing how much you can actually see out here in the winter. This deck pile. More branches and debris from the storms we had last summer. Here's Roper Country USA, still showing. Which, I mean, really, if anyone local is interested in these, I mean, Connecticut, feel free to hit me up, because, I mean, this stuff's just sitting. They ain't getting any nicer. That's that Cub Cadet, yeah, it's a Cub Cadet that I picked up last summer. Hopefully get that cleaned up and sold this spring. This is the pulling tractor. By pulling, I mean it pulls that cart around. That should still run. Yeah, ferry's all empty. So, not much has changed here. There's gonna be a little bit of changes with getting rid of the shack, putting a new one in. The implement pile is exposing itself. More tractors, bagger pile. Do something with that this year. And the old canopy still standing. Surprisingly, this crappy duct tape job I did after the storm held. That's nice. And clean up over here a little bit too this spring. Get rid of some of these junk pushing overs. Here's this jump in the dumpster. Runs great though. And I know I say this every year, but I'd really like to get the 832 going one of these days. And I had actually had someone message me about that. And yes, I would like to see this thing drive again. So we'll get to it someday. And the mowing tractor, its seat fell apart. So that needs to be fixed. So, quick look at Tractorland, what's going on with it right now, which is not much. So, it's still here. And still sitting. So, that's it for now, guys. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.